Hey there, and Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that everybody had a wonderful New Year's Eve and brought in the new year with a lot of happy things and happy thoughts and all of that. I had a blast last night. If you didn't see it, I did a live stream to bring in the new year here in Thailand, and I had so much fun. It was just wonderful. And I was so happy that the people that showed up came, and I enjoyed spending time talking with everybody and just had a wonderful time. Got to laugh, and it was just great. And I love it. And I'm going to continue to do live streams because I really enjoy being able to interact with you guys. It is just so great. I love it. I know I keep saying it, but I can't help it. It's true. So, yeah, I had a wonderful time, and today was absolutely gorgeous, but I didn't really get to go out and do much because, as you can see, I took down the tree. Finally took down my Christmas stuff and kind of rearranged some things over here. Got my awesome cat lamp over there that Leah sent me. You can kind of see the pink. It still looks on here, it still looks white, but it's not. It looks so much better in person, y'all. But anyway, but yeah, I had a wonderful time last night, and I've been having a good time today. I've been happy because Biscuit is doing better. He's still not 100%, but he's been eating. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's been eating, and even last night during the live stream, he was like eating and stuff. And I took him back to the vet this morning because I had to take him up there at 10 o'clock. And even the vet said he could see a good improvement in him. He did put him back on the IV and pumped more fluids into him because we really think that that helped tremendously. Um, and I definitely think it helped. So I was glad that I was able to take him back up there and get that done. And he was going to change the medications that I'm giving him, but he decided just to keep it as it is. So I'm going to start back with that tomorrow because they gave him some injections today. And so I'm just hoping he's going to keep getting better, y'all, because he's my baby boy. And I just, I love him so much, and I just don't like to see him, feeling bad and going through this. And so I feel so much better that he's eating now. He's actually eating some right now on the floor. I put some food down for Oscar because I don't know why. Oscar's just so picky. He wants to eat. He basically just wants to eat his food out of his treat toy, which is right here. Hang on, I'm going to show it to you. This thing, I better close it or all the treats are going to start coming out. This thing, I bought it for him because he's always pestering me to give him treats. And it's really just cat food that I put inside. You take this thing off here and you put the cat food down inside there. And it's, it's got this little thing here that you can play with and this. But when it sits on the floor, they tip it like this and the treats come out of there. And he loves it. And so now it's like he doesn't want to eat out of a bowl. He wants to eat from this thing. And even when I go to put the treats down on the floor, he doesn't really want, it'll be the same exact thing that I put in here. And he'll just look at it and meow at me like, I don't want that. He wants it out of this, and that's it, So anyway, I had put some down. And I put a little bit down for Biscuit a while ago, but he didn't really want it. But he was just eating it just now. So I'm so glad. But anyway, yeah, it was a gorgeous day outside. Oh, my God. When I took him up to the vet, I couldn't believe it. There was a nice breeze outside. It felt wonderful. The sky was beautiful. It was just gorgeous. But I knew I needed to get that tree down and do stuff in here, so I was basically in the house all day after that. But I was glad to finally get everything done, and I reorganized some things and got some things cleaned up. And, because I want to start the year off with a clean house and, everything neat and tidy. So I was able to do that, and I feel good about it. I'm really tired though, because I actually was on my live stream a lot longer than I thought I would be. I mean, I guess it really wasn't that much longer, because originally I'd planned on being on for an hour, and I think it was like an hour and 19 minutes or something total. So it wasn't that much longer, but I had not gotten much sleep over the last few days with everything I've been dealing with Biscuit and Big V dying and all that stuff. It's just, I've not slept much at all. So I was so tired last night, and I kept looking at the clock waiting, because I had my live stream scheduled for 11:30. So I could just have, half an hour before the new year, and then I thought half an hour after. And I swear the clock just never moved. And I was so tired. I just kept finding things to do in here to try to keep myself awake, because I really was looking forward to the live stream. I was excited about doing it, but waiting for that 11:30 just seemed like it was never going to get here. And then I ended up just having so much fun and everything that it woke me up. I had such a blast. So I was able to stay up a lot later than I thought I would, but now after, doing all the cleaning and reorganizing and stuff today, I'm kind of worn out now, but it was a gorgeous day, y'all. I'm telling you, I was so happy when I got up this morning and the sun was out and that breeze was out there, and it just, oh God. And then after I went and got him to the vet and brought him back home, I went back out to go get those roosters some food. And this time I bought a bag of food for those little baby chicks that were coming over. And I kept watching for them today. And at one point I looked out and I was like, oh, they're out there. So I started throwing it out there so they'd have some food too. And that was exciting because they're just so cute. I love those little baby chicks, and they just make the cutest little peep sounds, So, yeah, I got to see my roosters and feed them, and just, I don't know, this whole day has just been really good. And I've just been so happy today after doing that live stream. And I know I keep talking about it, but I'm sorry. But I just loved it. I loved it. It was just so much fun. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that for some reason, when you're doing it, and I guess it's just on mobile, if you're doing a live stream from a mobile, the chat does not stay up on the screen. So it's like it comes up if somebody types something, it'll come up for just a few seconds and then it just disappears. And I don't read fast. I have a hard time reading. I have this eye problem where it's difficult for me to read, and especially small stuff, because I can't have C, and I've only got these cheapo, reading glasses. So, here's this little print, just popping up for a few seconds, and I'm like, oh crap, it went away too soon. And then I have to wait for somebody else to type another comment for it to pop back up again, and then try to read two comments, because I missed one. And so that's the only thing I don't like, was the fact that it doesn't stay up. And apparently, I guess that's the way it is. Because I looked into it today, I was like researching it, couldn't really find an answer to that question. So I ended up messaging Linda and asking her, because she does her live streams on her mobile. So I just asked her, I'm like, how do you see the chat, whenever you're doing it? And she said she doesn't either. She said that's why when she's on her mobile, she has to read the chat on her laptop, because it doesn't stay up there. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I know it's not something I was doing wrong, because I kept trying to figure out if there was a setting that I didn't have right or something, because since that was the first time I'd ever done one with a mobile before, and I thought, well, I could be doing something wrong, but apparently not. I guess that's just the way it's going to be. So, I was wondering what I was seeing over there, and it's I can see this in the reflection on the mirror. I can sometimes see it, but it's more visible right now to me for some reason. But anyway, well, I hope that you guys have had a great day, and or are having a great day, because it might still be early for a lot of you. But yeah, I was like, last night I was all excited because I was hoping to be able to show everybody the fireworks, because last year you could, I mean, I stood out on my front porch and you could see all these fireworks going off, and it was like, wow. I mean, I had this great view of tons of fireworks. Not a dang thing up in the sky last night. I mean, it was like you could hear them all over the place, but the sky was just black. I'm like, really? Are you serious? Thank you so much. Couldn't believe it. What you doing, Biscuit? Huh? He's over here talking. Hi, honey. Hey. Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh. Yeah, when I took him up there, I had that appointment at 10, but right when I was pulling up on my bicycle with him in the back basket, um, this other guy had just pulled up on a scooter and went in with a cat. And I think, I'm not sure because I don't understand enough Thai, so I couldn't really tell when I could hear him back there talking. This cat was screaming and hollering and all of this, and I was like, oh my God. But then I saw when he was leaving, he was showing him a bag of urinary care cat food. And I thought, oh, I bet he had one of those blockages. Because, okay, I'm going to attempt to edit what I was just talking about because I'm going to have to cut that part out. I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, one of those puppies was out there, and I mean, it sounded like he was being killed or something. I didn't know what was going on, but I think they were just, once again, getting too rough or something. But it just was horrifying to listen to. So I'm going to cut that out. So what was I saying? Oh, God. Now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, good grief. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to get my thoughts back. Okay, I think I was talking about that cat at the vet with the urinary blockage thing, and it's mostly males. Okay, so anyway, this cat up at the vet was howling and screaming and all this kind of stuff, and they were in there for a long time. But then when they were leaving, the vet showed him a bag of this urinary care food. So I'm thinking that it had one of those blockages because Biscuit had that years ago where he could not go to the bathroom. And I could tell he kept just sitting in the litter box and sitting in the litter box and nothing was happening. And I could tell he did not feel good. So I took him into the vet and they had to put in a catheter and drain his bladder. And he was on this catheter thing for, I think, a week. I had to bring him home and leave him in a cage with a cone around his head with this catheter attached. And it was a nightmare, a complete nightmare. And it mostly happens in male cats, and it's usually crystals that get in their bladders that clog up everything so that they can't go to the bathroom. Usually caused by cheap cat food. I mean, at least that's what I've learned over the years is, I've been told that it's, cheap cat food can sometimes do that to them. And, but one thing that was a tip that was given to me, and so far, knock on wood, it's worked over all these years since Biscuit had this problem. A woman had told me on my cat page that I have on Facebook, because I had posted about Biscuit going through this and whatever. And of course, the vet wants you to buy these really expensive cans of cat food, special cat food for it, because it's got a lot of moisture and stuff in it that's supposed to help them to keep the flow going. Well, she told me, she was like, I had a cat with that issue, and she's had lots of cats, whatever. And she said that she used to just get regular wet food and mix half wet food and half water and feed it to them that way. And she never had any problems after that. Well, that's what I've been doing ever since. When I feed Biscuit his canned food, because I feed him twice a day some canned food, I pour water in it and I mix it up, and it's like a little stew or something. And so far, it has worked. He's not had that problem again. Because if a cat goes through that, they can die very quickly if you don't get that taken care of. It has to be taken care of immediately or their bladder will burst. So, and I had a cat years ago, my first cat that I ever had, my black cat, Sebastian, that made me love black cats so much. Just checking to see where lightning went. he had that once. And I mean, I got him to the vet just in time because his bladder had expanded to the point that it was close to bursting. Hang on one second. I think lightning wants to go out. So anyway, so yeah, if you ever notice that your cat is sitting in the litter box and nothing's happening, go down in between where their back legs are and press underneath them. And if you can press underneath and feel your skin like this, they're okay. But if you do that and you can't get your fingers to touch through the skin, get them to a vet right away. So yeah, I mean, I've dealt with these things before, and I know that it's a very serious problem. So I think that's what that cat was going through, because I'm telling you, he was howling in there, and I thought, oh God. And I was thinking, this has got to be stressing Biscuit out. It's like, great. Here I am at this strange place where they're poking and prodding me, and I'm hearing all this hollering going on. But anyway, but I think the cat was all right once they finished doing what they needed to do. So yeah, hey Biscuit. Anyway, I know I'm just rambling about all kinds of whatever, but that's how my mind works. I just jump from one thing to another, and one thing I'm talking about will spark something else. So, but yeah, I was glad that I was able to finally get seen, because I was there, early, because that's how I've always been my entire life. I can't stand to be late for anything. I do not like it. So I'm always early for anything. But I mean, since I just live like a couple of minutes down the road from this place, I was only like 5 minutes early, but this guy showed up, and obviously they had a very serious thing that they needed to take care of, from what I could tell. So it was okay, but I had to wait quite a while before we got seen, and I was just glad that things were okay with Biscuit, or better. And hopefully they just continue to get better every day, because I miss seeing him playing and, acting silly, him and Oscar chasing each other around and jumping up on the cat tree and all that stuff. It's like, that's the stuff that just brings joy to me every day. And when he's not doing that, it's like, it's depressing and it's scary. So I hope he's going to be better. But anyway, I'm probably just rambling now, and well, don't I always? I mean, that's what I do. I should have just called this the Rambling Channel, because that's really all I do, is just ramble on about whatever in the heck comes up in my head. But that's me. But I'm so thankful for all of you that are here and that keep coming back and watching my ramblings. I appreciate it so much. And it's like I was talking about my live stream last night. I love doing this so much, and I look forward to it every single day. And I mean, I was saying last night that there's been a couple of times that I really didn't feel good. There were a couple of days where I just didn't feel very good and really felt like I just needed to lay down and rest. But I wanted to make a video, and I did. Because it's like, I have to make a video. I want to make a video. And I didn't care that I felt bad, because I just wanted to do it anyway. And that's how much I love it. So, and I love that you're here, and I appreciate it. And I know I keep saying it, but it's just so important that you know that, I mean, I really, truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to stay and keep coming back, and hopefully, be interested in listening to my ramblings and stuff, and seeing little videos from doing this or that and whatever. Oh, and today I decided that while I was out on my errands, I saw that the 5-star chicken place was open, and that girl was, of course, working. She always works. The one that gave me the box of the pineapple cookies and the card yesterday that just made me so happy. She was there, so I went over there and I told her how much I appreciate it and how delicious those cookies are. I can't get over how absolutely delicious they are. They are fantastic. And so I had to tell her that, and I got me a couple of pieces of chicken for lunch so that I'd have something to eat. And so, yeah, I just told her, I just think you're precious, because she's just precious. So I was glad that I was able to see her today and wish her a happy new year and all that, and thank her for those things, because that was so sweet. That was just really sweet. And she was like, you're always so kind to me, so nice to me. And I'm like, well, you are to me, I was like, I just love you. So anyway, but okay, I guess I'm rambling on enough. It's almost 21 minutes. So thank y'all for listening and being here. And I hope that you're having a fantastic day. I hope that your day is as nice as mine was, and that you're going to enjoy doing whatever you're going to do today. And I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later.